Apart from Mbeere North and Malava, the other seats that were seriously contested are those ones of the Nyamira County, where William Ruto ensured that he has dispatched his lieutenants to ensure that they bring down Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. Campaigns were done there. Choppers used to do campaigns in a ward. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a mess. I'm telling you, there are speculations that a lot of money was used to a tune of 300 to 400 million shillings. Ladies and gentlemen, efforts were put in that particular by-election. But now, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i clinched all the 3 seats, 1 for PDP, 2 from the UPA, all of which are parties that belong to Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i's side. And this is what happened. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i went there a bit late. People were expecting him actually even to field the Jubilee candidates. But he sat down with those people and they agreed, let the UPA and PDP divide the seats and then they take them up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how Jubilee did not field candidates there. But either way, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i won the seats. Now, as we speak today, there are some statements that were made from this kind of a win or this kind of a victory by Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. And that's what I want to take you through here on this particular video. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. What is the lesson number 1 that we learn from this particular victory for Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i? Number 1, he's in full control of the Gusii region. Speculations were going around from both DCP and maybe some other opponents like Wiper Party that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has not solidified the Gusii region. He has not consolidated the Gusii region. And people are telling him, go back to your region, get your party, go with it to the national table and sit with the rest. But Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i was defiant. Now, he went ahead to do his politics quietly. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i clinched those seats. Now, the fact remains that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has put a statement also there that is in charge of the Gusii region, both to the opponents, especially from the Gusii region, and also to the opposition team who are doubting his ability within the Gusii region. People are feeling that he was not in charge of Gusii region. He was not consolidating there. He was not going there for campaigns. But Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i, one thing I told you before here on this particular channel, it's that he operates like deep running still waters, where the water is moving and also they are very deep, but as we all know, deep waters are very quiet. That's how Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i operates. So in a nutshell, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i had to thrash all these people, and that was an amazing thing. And so he has put a very strong statement at the opposition team inside that I'm in charge of the Gusii region. I'm just outside here looking for votes from the rest of the country. But when it comes to Gusii, locked. And the thing that was able to be made from that particular victory is this. Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has a huge political ability. Some people are taking him like he's not a campaigner, he's not an orator, he was not able to do some things. But one thing I told you is that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i prefers a lot to do what you call using scientific methods to learn what is happening at the ground and make the right moves. That's basically what happened. So he knew the right time to go for the campaigns based on science, and actually knew very well that the statistics were showing that those candidates that he chose were the people who were supposed to lead, were the ones actually to be the best out of that by-election. And in a nutshell, all his candidates did well. He used proper metrics. He used proper parameters to ensure that at least he has not been in contrast with the people's minds, what the people are thinking, what they want. So in a nutshell, that is how Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i managed to clinch those seats. So he has told the opposition people, despite I'm not able to talk like Gachagua, I'm not able to shout like someone else, I don't have the lieutenants like you people have, I have my ways of doing politics which are also very, very efficient. That was a huge statement that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i made from the Gusii region at that particular by-elections period. Another simple statement that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i was able to make from the Gusii region, it is that the Gusii people trust him, and that is very important. He went to Nyansionga and told people, vote for the guy for the BDP, that one's for Mingo Mangara, and people listened to him. And he just went there how many times? Once. Though Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i was in Gusii for almost a week now, and he ensured those seats and everything was done in order. And indeed, that was exactly what happened. So checking from what he did, people trust him. Secondly, it's also another thing that now, even the Gusii region, people are skeptical about this type of politics. People are like, will Matiang'i really be able to manage all these things? But now eventually it has come out that Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i does his politics in the right way. He's more focused on strategy than just actions. Strategy is very important, so that even if he's not there, things can be able to be done. And indeed, that's what he ensured that has happened at Nyamaiya, Ekerenyo, and of course, Nyansiongo. Another statement that Matiang'i made from the by-elections is this. The opposition team now has to listen to him. Let everyone also have his space. Let's respect be commanded there. Because people were checking Dr. King Fred Matiang'i from an angle that is an amateur in politics. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just came from World Bank. He has been a technocrat. He has never run for any seat. So like he did not know what he was doing. But now, checking from what happened, we can be able to tell clearly that Dr. King Fred Matiang'i has now some powers within the opposition team. When he comes there, he comes like someone who has won the seats. Now, when you compare with other leaders, like Kalonzo Musyoka, did not face very stiff competition in Ukambani, like Matiang'i did. I'm telling you, Soro was dispatched with these people. In fact, during the by-elections voting process, I'm telling you, people came there with bows and arrows, basically to scare people, but literally they were chased by the people of that region, and most of them, some of them were arrested. We saw goons trying to do things here and there, but the fact remains, my people, it is that Dr. King Fred Matiang'i made a huge statement that he can be able to do it, and he can. And he has his methods that he's using to ensure that things have been done well. Also, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i made a very strong statement to President William Ruto. It's not a joke. He told William Ruto that even if you do whatever you want to do, I am not a joke. And that is basically what Dr. King Fred Matiang'i did. Most of these leaders, like Osoro literally came out in one of the small interviews was being done. And they said Dr. King Fred Matiang'i, the only seat he can be able to stand on, it's on a stool.
Matiang'i kiti anaweza simama ni stool, akiweka kichange bag.
Not basically being elected for any seat. So people were checking from an angle that he cannot do anything. He's just poor in terms of political strategies and stuff. But Dr. King Fred Matiang'i emerged as the best in these particular by-elections because he clinched all the 3 seats, unlike other regions where some were taken. And of course, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as well, he took all of them. But that one for Ugunja, he lost. So in a nutshell, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i has also made a huge statement within the opposition that he is a man of his kind. Another thing I want to say here, ladies and gentlemen, that Dr. King Fred Matiang'i is one of the smartest leaders we have right now in the current regime. He's new in politics, but he knows what to do. And by the way, I did some videos before and I told you guys that when Uhuru Kenyatta was winning back in 2013, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i was involved. For those who might not be aware, he was involved. When Dr. King Fred Matiang'i also was given some dockets, he did a huge contribution to Uhuru Kenyatta's performance, which has well attracted people towards Uhuru Kenyatta's leadership. So he contributed a lot. So he knows track record does a good job to a person. But one thing I want to tell you, in 2017, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i was in the interior and coordination staff. And I'm telling you, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i did massively well because this gentleman, first of all, he has an IT team that was able to monitor things across the country, and he did them very well. So in a nutshell, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i is experienced when it comes to these by-elections here and there. Now, for those who also remember in 2022, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i won a number of seats, including those for Jubilee that we have within Nyamira County held by none other than Steve Mogaka. We have the UPA seat, and even he supported leaders like now the current women rep of Nyamira County, that is Jerusha Momanyi. He also supported Richard Onyonka, Simba Arati, plus many other leaders within the Gusii region who actually are sitting right now. So Dr. King Fred Matiang'i knew who to invest on because he had already gotten some data. This is the person who can be able to thrive in this particular constituency. So in a nutshell, do not underrate Dr. King Fred Matiang'i. And I've always told you guys on this particular video, he might not be having numbers, but this gentleman is a very intelligent politician that we need to really not forget at any point. When you look at him, in fact, when you meet Dr. King Fred Matiang'i and talk to him, just look at him. You see like he doesn't know what he's doing in politics. When you listen to him talk, you feel like, this man anasema nini. But when it comes to actions, he knows what to do. But he needs to improve on various things, like now orator skills and also the messaging, which is very, very, very important. Plus many other things like mobilization. But nevertheless, Dr. King Fred Matiang'i did well. Congratulations to him and the people of UPA, PDP, and the opposition at large. My name is Abel Mukwa. Thank you so much for watching. Keep following the videos that we do here.